What's going on, family? Had a crazy yesterday, man. When I when I shouldn't have probably went out. Definitely, I went out thinking I was going to catch some good Black Friday sales to get some clothes. But it was a good thing because it was like I said, it was I ain't did that nothing for myself, and like definitely 4 4 years for sure. Around that time, or probably more. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't go shopping for myself since this thing, first started. I got a couple dollars and I went and bought some cheap shit. You know what I'm saying? How I do. You know what I mean? Most expensive thing I bought was basically like Adidas, and you know what I mean. I went to I'm trying to switch up my style though. It's crazy. I'm gonna try to get a little more casual. You know what I'm saying? I'm growing out here. But what I wanted to talk about specifically is definitely like one of the things I go through and one of the difficulties I have. Because if you look at me, it don't, and definitely the way I carry myself, and um, the stronger you appear and try to make yourself appear, sad reality is, you know what I'm saying, people hold that against you and stuff like that, consciously or unconsciously. If somebody just lay there and give in and complain and do all of this, you know what I mean, I feel like and other people do go through this, it become overbearing on some people. You know what I mean? One of the things my children's mother told me when she seen what I was going through with workman's comp, she like, I think that took a lot out of you. And when she said that, I'm like, I think it taking a lot out of you. You know what I'm saying? Because that put a burden on people. It's a burden that they did sign up for, that each of us should be responsible for each other when we, get into partnerships and especially start families and stuff like that. But no, it do become a heavy burden. Everything had to change in my life. Everything. From I'm the type of dude you can't pick up bags around me. Sad thing is, that got thrown back in my face. Like, it was like, you don't allow me to do this. You don't allow me to do that. I'm like, what? But it become burdensome when, you know what I'm saying, the female is taking out the trash and you know what I'm saying, and just doing certain things sometimes. And even, feeling like, oh, I gotta do all of this now and do all that now. And that's why I want to have this conversation to put things in perspective on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an unbiased person. In a lot of situations, I try to put myself in people's shoes and see the experience and what they're going through. If they talk, you know what I'm saying? If they talk. If they don't talk, how do I supposed to know? You know what I'm saying? That's another conversation. That we gonna have some relationship conversations, for sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, communication is key. You know what I'm saying? And if a person only have a limited knowledge of things, then that's what they have to go off of. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge that they do have of things. That's why I say talking about these things is the thing you do. Ignoring these things is the worst thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? If you really want the best, like, and I'm telling you, not the best just for them, the best for you, for sure. You know what I'm saying? One thing you don't want to have is regrets. You know what I'm saying? Those regrets and guilt looking back on things, nah, bro, I'm not trying to have those. You know what I'm saying? I like that song that Jay did about learn to live with regrets. You know what I'm saying? That was my shit. Actually, I gotta listen to it. But yeah, you don't want them though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you don't want to have to learn to live with. Well, I guess that's how we learn. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's how we kind of learn. Analyzing past situations and reflecting and really seeing how you could have made things better, because that's what it's all about, being better. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, what I wanted to talk, man, I fucking suffered, though. I paid the price, son. First of all, and I guess this is why, I don't do it a lot, period, really. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm in a position where as though I gotta get some medication, you know what I'm saying? Which most likely is some bud. Get some bud, relax my fucking nerves, son. Because like I said, I deal with chronic residual pain and MS. And it's crazy, bro. I just went through, anybody going through MS, I'm sorry, definitely comment and definitely leave me get some tips, because you might got some different tips. But I'm gonna tell you the way would be happening to me. First of all, you know what I'm saying? So I get like these Charlie horses to explain it, but they worse than Charlie horses. You know what I'm saying? And they will appear where they want. And today they appeared in my legs. First of all, this happened regularly though, but not like always this bad. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed this stuff gradually happening to me throughout the week. I've been trying to exercise lately. Like, I've been really trying to, I only do a little bit of certain exercises, and then I just, what I'm saying, I don't max out, and, I just do a couple sets. Like, sometimes one set. Sometimes I just want to activate my muscles and stuff like that to keep them active, because I do believe in that rule, like, you don't use it, you lose it. You know what I'm saying? And in my case, I definitely feel that. Like, I experience it. Whereas though if you're not doing stuff and activating stuff, then yes, you start getting weaker. You know what I'm saying? That part start getting weaker, and I feel like it get more vulnerable. So I get like these Charlie horses, son, and they were like 20 times worse than Charlie horses. They would appear everywhere. Like, my hands would start to lock up, and this is my hand that made me disabled. When this hand lock up, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's painful. Like, you when you get Charlie horses, you gotta be in a certain position. This is why if you in bed, sometimes I'll pop up out of bed, like motherfucker looking like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, but this is what some of the condition is. So a lot of people don't really understand what some people going through. So this is the part where I gotta put it on the other side. If you love this person, you know what I'm saying, and you know that they going through these type of things, you don't know how strong they really trying to be for you. Well, you gotta know the person. If you know you ain't dealing with a lazy person, like a person that make excuses, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really see that and remember the person that they was before they got injured and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. But y'all gonna hear a lot about my story and the things that was said to me and the things that was done to me. It's kind of sickening when you really think about it. But this is the way. This is the stuff we dealing with. But with that, what I do is, like I said, I try to do a little bit of exercise. That way, I be a little strengthened. But I don't really, and then I would walk. Like, I went around the day. First of all, I gotta like hold my bags in one hand mainly. Sometimes I got little maneuvers. Maybe I'll show y'all one day. But this disabled maneuvers you learn along the way. But all my body would just cramp up, like in different places too. So it would be in one leg, and then like today it was in one leg in two different areas. Not always in two different areas. It was like in my lower half by my foot and ankle, and in my upper half, like in my hip. I'm sorry, my inner thigh, or back thigh, like around in that area, like right above my knee though. Like, so it was like in the mid and lower parts of my fucking right leg. Then it jumped into my then it eased up in my right leg though. It fucking put me in that state for like I forget how long. Then it hopped in my left leg. Then it shit in both places, and this the crazy thing. It's like in the same areas. It be crazy. The body is crazy. This is the stuff like I was like looking into it, studying it, but sometimes it get overwhelming. And definitely when you run into other people testimonials and stuff, that's why I really don't talk about it too much, like, or research. And I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning I used to research it a lot, and that fuck no. It's like, no, not fuck no. Cause it's good to get a understanding, but it do become overwhelming. Just looking at that and seeing what other people go through. But it gave me an appreciation too, as well. It gave me an appreciation, like, because people go through worse than you. You know what I'm saying? A lot worse than you. But you don't want to be looking at those, like I'm looking at people that's fucking legs is taken, and my legs is fucking acting up and acting crazy, and fucking just that's scary. You know what I'm saying? So like it become overwhelming looking at that shit and just thinking about it and thinking about that's gonna be a reality. I suffered from doing that a lot in my early stages. Just looking at other people's reality. You know what I'm saying? But I'm an empath, so, and I really be feeling that shit too. So it's different angles that that part of me, I feel as though it feed my soul. You know what I'm saying? Period. But like I got on a train today, and two disabled people. One of them was like on crutches and shit. And I go to let somebody else on, and they like, nah, man, you got somebody with crutches and shit behind you. And so I'm talking to two other basically disabled people. At least one of them was temporary at the time, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm disabled, like, motherfucker. I feel your pain, son. Shut the fuck up. Go ahead. Like, you know what I mean? They like I'm disabled. So it's like, really, like, yeah, motherfucker, everything that look like people going through different shit, especially right now with motherfuckers out here playing with us, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I expose shit and work so hard on trying to expose shit lately. They've been really fucking playing with us, man. Psychologically, everything. Like we fucking stupid. And making us do it to ourselves. Because we the ones who making up these same departments that I'm talking about being corrupt. So it's too many people with this knowledge and know something, or at least know something real fishy going on, but they put their job and their paycheck over everything else, man. So that's completely selling out. You know what I mean? Completely, bro. Y'all ain't fighting this system, bro. We just slaves. You know what I'm saying? We just slaves at the end of the day. But yeah, it's a little bit of what I go through, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit of what I go through. I'm going to speak more in depth on my conditions and everything in my book, man. We have to have some serious conversations as human beings. Like, and I don't care what spectrum you on. That's why I believe I'm very important. It's very important for me to get out here and speak. You know what I'm saying? And I like I say, I was quiet. So maybe that's what the Most High be fucking, the shit I be going through sometime, I be going through it because I ain't speaking. And like, it's too much insanity out here, you know what I'm saying? For sure. We gotta have some relationship conversations. So a lot of those is coming up. I actually did do podcasts on relationships a couple times because there is no standard relationship. You know what I'm saying? The things y'all should be doing though in relationships is building trust and fucking learning each other and building trust, and most importantly. and loyal, so motherfuckers could be loyal. You know what I'm saying? We got a problem. We really got a problem, y'all. Like, so, we gonna definitely get in my condition. The book Among Us is definitely gonna be coming out. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna have a lot of tips for other targeted individuals, and just a lot about my life becoming a targeted individual. So it's gonna be some IT tips and things that I learned, along the way, and things that they did and continuously do to me still to the day. You gonna learn about different tactics, you know what I'm saying? So now you can go back and look at those old videos and see it firsthand, when I was uploading certain stuff of the actual attacks. You know what I'm saying? So Among Us gonna be crazy. It's definitely gonna be valuable information in there. And then I'm gonna come out with another book, Journal of a Mad Black Man. You know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna have another subtitle, or a main title. I ain't putting that out there yet, but it's gonna be Journal of a Mad Black Man, and that's gonna be more on my life. It's gonna be more on my experiences. It's gonna be deep, man. I'm gonna bring y'all into my world completely, because it's nothing I really went through that I'm ashamed of talking about. You know what I'm saying? I went through some heavy shit, man, and I'm here, and I have this joy. I have this cosmic consciousness, or Christ consciousness. I really like to say cosmic consciousness, but I know the masses, they say Christ consciousness. And, I think it's one and the same. But that's another discussion. It's just language. It's just language. We don't get caught up in language. But I'm out of here, man. I really just wanted to, I wanted to dwell more on my pain and just different stuff I went through. But it was a couple different things that played an effect. Like I said, I was holding my clothes in just one hand, and you know what I'm saying, walking with them joints. So that's like walking with weight, a little bit of weight. You know what I'm saying? So that did put a little more strain on shit. And when I'm that's why I say I am going to probably get a car. I thought it was, I see a car as being a big solution. But these people around here is heavily involved in cars. So, you know what I'm saying, that'd be another thing I have to, worry about and look out for. Because the more you get, the more you got to protect. You know what I'm saying? That's just period. Whether you a targeted individual or not, and the more you gotta manage, you know what I'm saying? So the more you end up becoming possessed by your possessions, you become possessed by your possessions, man. The more you fucking got, the more you got managed, point blank paid, you know what I'm saying? But the more you got, the more you got protect as well. Like I know, I'm like, damn, I gotta fucking change passwords on the computer too. On the router, on this router, on that router. Fucking predator bill and the more no presses, huh? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but my password book fucking insane. You know what I mean? But it's just a little bit of what I had to go through. It's a little bit of what I had to go through. But the more you got, the more you gotta protect. So definitely keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit in mind, man. Put things in perspective better. And this ain't me just talking to you. This is me talking to myself. Every day I'm like, nigga, you gotta get more organized. I'm trying to watch my language, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta get more organized out here. You know what I'm saying? And it's something I'll be stressing on myself. And I do kind of got, I don't know, it's a mix. Like, cause I like to clean up and junkie up right again. Like, I get organized and then I unorganize that shit real quick. Cause I'm always in the midst. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do what I'm trying to do. And then as far as, this go with being disabled too. Cause in no way am I lazy. You know what I'm saying? I push myself to the max, but I have to do it more strategically and learn myself more, and learn my condition more. That's why I say, if y'all go through that muscle tightness shit, cause that's what it is. I think that's more on the MS side. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's where it get confusing, cause both of these things affect my nerves, And both of these things affect me neurologically. So that's why I have two neurological conditions, but they damn sure don't make me delusional or fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I'm saying? It might make me forget some shit and don't make me fucking delusional, son. I don't know what these scumbags thought, you know what I'm saying, or anticipated, you know what I'm saying? But nah, the Most High is real, source is real. I'm Raphael Rasheen. Peace and love. Till later.